Okay.
Oh, Reggie on back.
Boom, boom. What up? What up?
Oh, you want to do over that? All right.
He told me to.
Omar, what's good, King?
Back in the meeting.
What's going on, Reg?
Get these games. KK, what up? Tareen, what up?
Hi.
¿Cómo estás? Where is my notes at?
But you just doing the introduction.
Okay.
Tasha over here sweating.
Right, you nervous, B.
You making me nervous. You making me nervous.
Right.
Pedro, let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Wake up, shake up.
Yes, sir.
I already know.
I still need that video, champ.
Yeah, what's up? Catch me outside. How about that? All right, let's get it. Get Team Karan, let's go. Miss Mary Chambers, let's go. All right, y'all. Let's get this call started. It is noon. Welcome to Momentum Monday. We do this every Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time. My name is Reggie Abreu. I gotta back up though a little bit. You can't just be right there. You got just. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. My name is Reggie Abreu. I've been part of Herbalife community now for 5+ years using these products. Wanted to get back in shape. Wanted more energy. Wanted more. What you need? The ID number. Just click on the page. Want to just get back in shape and just want to feel better, man. I just was trying a lot of things. Nothing was working for me. So I got on these products. One of the best decisions I made in my life. I've now lost 50 pounds of evil fat. Put on 8 pounds. Just do one. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
How are you at the nutrition club? I didn't get an invite.
Rohi. I'm going to leave that one alone, Rohi.
Tell a story.
How long you gonna be there?
Probably for the next hour. I'll probably go back tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
All right. So decided to become a distributor to take advantage of the money-making opportunity. I had just lost my job. I needed to make money because I was in grad school and, started helping people with their goals, just like I was getting my goals along the way. And first month made $464 retail cash. I liked it because I had never made money immediately. I literally made money my first day. I made something like $30, $40 my first day for my first couple clients. And I thought that was pretty cool because normally when you get a job, you have to wait your first 4 weeks to get your first paycheck. So to have started a business and get paid my first day was amazing to me. And when you're on unemployment, every single dollar counts. So amazing result from getting started with my business and just stay consistent. After a year, I got to the point where I was making over $4,000 a month. And now, fast forward to last month, just made shy of $11,000. And it's been an amazing opportunity. We're Meal Team organization on our way to 7.5 Meal Team. And just grateful for, what we've accomplished and what we're, going to do next. And just qualified for my 4th all expenses paid vacation with Herbalife as well. I'm really grateful for these vacations because they've allowed me to go to places where I've never been. Been to Hawaii thanks to Herbalife, been to Mexico thanks to Herbalife, been to Disney World thanks to Herbalife, and we'll be going back to the Dominican Republic thanks to Herbalife next year. First 2 vacations, I brought my brother with me, the one that raised me after both of our parents passed away. Last one, I brought my lady with me, and she'll be coming back with me for next year. So it's going to be a dope time, man. So if you guys love to travel, man, I know I love to travel myself, but there's nothing like traveling and having somebody else pay for it. There's nothing, I guarantee you, nothing like having an amazing vacation, everything paid for, the food, expenses money, drinks. I mean, literally your excursions, every single part paid for, and you get to bring somebody else with you. for doing the thing that you love to do already, right? So, that's been my journey so far. And a lot of times people ask me, like, how have you gotten, these results that are not typical? And one of the things that I always attribute it to is personal development. So if you're going to write something down, is I must do personal development consistently. And by consistently, I mean daily, because, you take showers every day. Why? Because you get dirty. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a shower once a week, right? You do it every day. Can everybody please mute themselves? You take a shower every day, right? Because, throughout the day, you're going to get thirsty. So same thing with personal development. You're going to encounter certain things, certain, opposition from people, negativity from the circle around you, different things that happen in life, and even the negative thoughts, and really the negative thoughts that you encounter with yourself that happen in your mind, right? So that's why we do the personal development, to help you handle life, because life is always going to happen. Life is always going to keep lifing. But personal development helps you to handle those obstacles, those things along the way. So I've been committed to Mark Hughes and Jim Rohn. Mark Hughes, why? Because he does what I do. There's a lot of different, business moguls out there and stuff like that, and they talk some great stuff, don't get me wrong. But I love to listen to Mark Hughes because he went through the same exact things that I go through in Herbalife today. 3 decades ago when he started this company, if you listen to Mark Hughes speak, it's almost like he's still alive today, because there's nothing new under the sun. So he's encountered it all, and he tells you how to deal with it. So to me, it's so dope. And then you got Uncle Jim Rohn, famous business philosopher, who also, was with Herbalife. And he not only teaches you about business, but he teaches you about finances and relationships and leadership, communication. If you want to be great with your family, whether you're in a relationship or your children, communication is key. Write that down. Communication is key. If you have a team, and by a team, I can mean one person or 100 people, you got to be a great communicator. That's one thing I've definitely focused on getting better at, is communicating better and more efficiently, dealing with different kinds of people and different kind of personalities, because you're going to have your clients that you have to learn how to communicate with. And as your team grows, you definitely got to learn how to communicate with. All right? So like I said, personal development consistently, no matter what. So that's been my story, and that's definitely a tip, for what's alluded to my success and our success so far. So I want to go over real quick what we went over last week. We talked about limiting beliefs in regards to money last week. And the action step was to identify 3 limiting beliefs out of the ones that I provided, and work on thinking the empowering belief instead. So if we have, let's get 2 shares from anyone that took on the action step before we get started with the call.
Yo.
Theo.
What's up, everybody? It's Theo Graham. I started with Herbalife in January of 2014. Reggie had got amazing results, and I wanted to get some results. So, hit him up. It was like, yo, let's work out, because I thought it was all about the gym. He quickly showed me that it wasn't. He told me I was working out more than bodybuilders and people that do competitions. Got amazing results. Cut my workouts in half. But I wanted to share one of the beliefs I have about money.
If you don't give your results, then give your money results too.
So my first 6 days doing the business, I made $1,183. I got 18 clients, and doing that passively, really part-time, I was like, maybe I could do this business, maybe I could make some extra money. And I actually correlated it with my job at the time. And I was like, my job at the time, I'm probably making take home $2,000. So if we didn't make $1,000 in a week, I was like, this is definitely better. So I set a goal to pass my job income. Did that in 4 months. I've been doing the business full time for the past 3 years. Sorry, it's getting loud. Last month I made a little over $4,500. I've been doing the business full time now. Team is amazing. Building residual income, and I love the lifestyle we get to create. And one of the beliefs I had with money was that anytime I had money, it was gonna be taken away from me to pay for a bill or to somebody needed the money. And it was crazy. Like even when I was younger, when you're younger, sometimes you just you got $100. because somebody gave it to you, but they didn't really give it to you. They gave it to your mom. And then next thing you know, you got $20. So that kept happening over and over again. I was like, what's the point of me getting this money if I'm gonna have to pay for bills? So when I did get money, I used to spend it on something that I didn't really want. So if I got $5, I would go to the dollar store. If I got $20, I would go to get something else, right? And I never really bought the things that I wanted to buy for, because of that. So that was one of my major beliefs. And then my belief to counter that was that one of the reasons why I'm getting this money and then paying for bills is to show me that I can actually make more money, right? That was one of the beliefs I made around that. A second belief that I had was that if you didn't have the money to give to somebody, you couldn't really talk to them. But this belief came because my dad, only time I ever talked to my dad was when he had money to send us. That's how I felt, right? And I didn't really need the money. I didn't know that, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. My mother made sure that, we didn't really want for anything. But I kind of felt that with my dad. So, one of the countering beliefs was that I didn't need to have money to have a good relationship with people, right? And then one of my third beliefs about money, I couldn't find where I wrote this down at. It's crazy. My dad's calling me right now. One of the beliefs that I had about money, I was looking for my page from last Monday. Let me see. Was that you had to work hard to make money. And I didn't get this belief because somebody told me about this belief. I got this belief from just watching my mom. Growing up, my mother at some point she had 3 jobs at a time. So it was sometimes where I wouldn't see her at all during the day. She would come home for an hour. She would come home for an hour in the morning, and then we would just go to sleep ourselves, right? And then we'd get back up in the morning. She'd be there when we woke up, and sometimes we didn't even see her in the morning because she did a paper route too, right? So just seeing that her work ethic to provide for us had me believing that I needed to work super, super hard and with my time, right? I had to give up all my time in order to make a living. And, the belief now is that, you don't have to give up your time to make money. You can make money passively. There's a whole lot of different, affirmations that I say about this one. Money is abundant, comes frequently to me. Right. 1 job is for 1 person, 2 jobs is for 2 people. And those are 3 beliefs about money that I had. And one of the things I've been doing recently to get over my beliefs about money, there's this book. I still have to write about it. Right, my writer, because Reggie been hazing me. It's called I'm a Badass at Making Money. And she talks about the beliefs and where they come from and all this stuff, and then how to actually get over the beliefs. So appreciate it, Reggie.
Perfect. Let's go. Thank you, Theo. Let's get it, man. Let's get one more share.
Yo, what up, everybody? This is Mel Quam Shaw live from 843 Murder Beach, South Carolina. Current active world team member. We turned up. Theo Graham is my upline. Shout out to that boy with all the muscles, making all that money last month. Money, baby. Guys, so some of my limiting beliefs. So the first one was number 11. Think about money versus losing money. And similar to Theo, just like when I always got money younger, it was like I always had to put the money towards something. So just helping my mom and my grandmom out with bills, became the man of the house at a very young age. So I noticed myself thinking that thought recently, especially after we got off the call. And things that I did after that actually goes into number 12, which was having action mentality versus a lottery mentality. And I saw my entire family like play the lottery and hope to win and hope to get money. So the action mentality, my upline actually recommended that book to me that he talked about, You're a Badass at Making Money. And I got the book the same day. And the books talk about giving away money. So I gave away money. It talked about giving away like a nickel. So I gave away $5, right? This lady came over to our crib, did my fiance makeup for our engagement photos. I gave her $5 and she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And instead of me like brushing off the thank you, I was like, you're welcome. And I really thought about how that possibly made her feel. I was like, yo, just put this in gas. And after she left, I asked my lady, I said, how did that make you feel? Because I wanted to know how it made her feel, because I want her to feel good about knowing that we're able to help other people. So she told me, and it felt really good. And the last one, number 14, that I had is a dream about having enough money to impact the world versus just to retire. So I never really thought about retirement. I just always thought about, like, will I ever have enough money to live the life that I want to live? So now that I'm meditating like 5 minutes a day, if it's not every day, it's every other day, just 5 minutes, thinking about the life that I want. And my boy Lance, we actually talk as if we're in the lifestyle that we're already in. So we're speaking to each other as prayers teams, talking about our pools, our cars, how it felt, the team that we have, how we got that team and things like that. And just another thing, I wanted me some shoes. They suede, cuz I went and bought them. Hey, I went and bought them, cuz. Sent that boy Reggie a picture of them, cuz. Hey, I dropped the picture on Instagram. The boy ain't got on no socks with the shoes. All my homies like, bro, I see your wardrobe. I'm like, yeah, let's get right, boy. I'm on my Quran with the little pants. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.
Hey, success leaves clues. Wear little pants, you hit Act the World team like a run. About to pop that get team. That's funny. Thank you, Malcolm. The nugget that I like that y'all dropped almost inadvertently too is, like, a lot of times you pick up your beliefs not even from what people say, but from their actions. Because both of y'all shared, Theo and Malcolm, that y'all picked up beliefs from observing your families growing up. So that's crazy. And it just made me think, like, okay, I need to start surrounding myself with people that have beliefs that are going to serve me. Write that down.
Hey, Reggie.
Yes.
Can I go into that a little bit?
Sure.
So that was also something that I did outside of the affirmations. I surrounded myself with not the people with the beliefs about money, but the people with the actions about money. And it's crazy because, like, so even my fiance, like, we get married on Sunday. One of the things that attracted me to her was her mindset, right? It wasn't just her mindset about money, but it was a mindset about everything. Like, she literally asked for everything that she wants, literally, like, out loud. Like, we could be driving somewhere and she'll just think of something that she wants and she'll be like, I need that. Or she'll ask, like, hey, she'd be like, and it wouldn't be asking me, like, just asking or talking or speaking it up. And then her actions follow suit. So a lot of times, even in the book, she talks about, like, I can go upstairs right now and go in my mirror and be like, money comes easily and frequently to me. And then I leave the mirror and I go make one call today. And I lay on the couch. That means that affirmation isn't backed up by the action and the belief, right? I had the action to do the affirmation, but do I have the action to go and the faith to go actually do what it takes to actually receive that or to allow it to happen? So I like how you said that because, you know, we can surround ourselves with people who say they believe, but do their actions and the results from their life show that? So that's who I surround myself with, the people with the results in their life and the action that when I watch them, that they actually have it. Thanks, Reggie.
Thank you, Theo. So to piggyback on that, if the action is not there, they do not believe. So it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what you say. If the action doesn't back it up, you do not truly believe. When we missed, for example, when we missed our third Cup for Millionaire team last year, right? And I was going to an event, I could have quit. I've seen people do it before. Miss a cut for World Team, quit. Miss a cut for Active Supervisor, quit. Miss a cut for Get Team, quit. Miss a cut for Mill Team, quit. I've seen people do it. The reason why I stayed in action was because I believed in the fruit of my labor. I believed that as long as I took action, that's what people on the team at that point saw me do a 90-day plan. First 90-day plan I've done. And what came from it? Mill Team. Because I believed and I backed it up with my action. One of the great historical books says what? Faith without works is dead. If you're not taking action, you do not believe. Now, how do you tell if you truly believe? You're taking action, right? Now, when we're talking about these beliefs, how can you tell us what you truly believe when you don't have to it's a repetition in the beginning. You're affirming these things. Like we've identified, okay, this is the belief that doesn't serve me. Okay, what is one that does? And you have to say it to yourself all throughout the day. When that limiting belief pops up, now you say the empowering belief. How does it truly become your belief? When you no longer have that limiting belief. There's been beliefs that I used to think and things that I used to think that I no longer think because I've taken on the affirmative thought. So practice saying those things and thinking those things, and that's going to become how you truly think. And those are your beliefs. So, really watch those. I would implore you guys, when we do these calls, especially ones that talk about mindset and something that you could work on, that you don't just watch it once when we do it live, but like watch it. Like, check this out. I lead the call, or a lot of times I'll have you guys lead the call. I've already watched it because I was on the call, and I go back and listen to these calls to get the repetition, to even get the things that I might have missed the first time, even if I was the one speaking. Like, truly dissect the information that you're taking in, guys. Like, truly take it on. Like, repetition is key. All right. So thank you, Melquam, and thank you, Theo, for those shares. Yeah, guys, keep working on those beliefs. Let's get it. So with that being said, we're gonna talk about recruiting today. I know it's something that we've been talking about pretty consistently, probably since Extravaganza. And I wanted to highlight two people in the organization that have been doing some amazing things in regards to recruiting. They're actually the two top recruiters for the organization from last month. So I wanted to get them to share their stories and share what they're doing, what their conversation is like, what their actions are like. So the first person that I'm going to have come up here has been in the business now for 4 months. Okay, I got it right. She is an active supervisor on her way to World Team this month, right? On her way to active World Team. Got big goals. She stay up in VIP, right? And she ain't hit it yet. She probably going to hit it today, for real. The way that she be doing volume and helping people, and she got her team, and she going to talk about that. But let's give it up. Get your notes ready from Miss Tasha Adams. Let's go.
Sit in the hot seat, huh?
Hey, Tasha.
Crazy. What's up, everybody? My name is Tasha Adams, and before Herbalife, I was already working on my own personal journey, trying to lose weight. I was about 255 pounds. I was in the gym all the time, classes, workouts, whatever. And I thought I just needed to work out more in order to lose weight. But I learned maybe a year or so into my journey that was not what I needed. I wanted to stick to like my old food and the things that I like to eat, the things that made me feel good, and just thought that I could work out and, balance that out, but it did not. So once I started really trying to tap into my nutrition goals, I started losing weight, and I was able to drop about 70 pounds on my own, just eating good, working out, and just being consistent. But through that journey, I gained about 20 pounds back, and I got kind of stuck. And so I had a phone call with somebody. I posted something on Facebook, and a friend of mine saw it, and she hit me up and told me how inspired she was about my journey and felt that I would be good for Herbalife. I immediately told her no, because I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to sell any products to anybody, but I would be interested in getting some because I wanted to get back on track. I needed a boost. But the more we talked, the more I felt like I could do this. People hit me up all the time about my journey, and I'm always helping people, so why not get paid to do it? So she told me that Mary would give me a call. Mary called me. Within 2 days, we met up. I signed up. I became a distributor. First month in the business, I was able to make $1,400. And since then, I haven't made less than about $2,300 each month. So I'm super grateful for Herbalife, the opportunity, how I've grown, and just looking for even greater as I continue. So I'm here to talk about recruiting. And for me, I had a block with recruiting, and it's so good how the call started about beliefs, because what I didn't know that I know now is that I had a limited belief about recruiting people in the business. For me, it was hard to believe that I had a target. I wanted to initially try and target fitness professionals, people who I just thought it would make sense to jump into the nutrition part because they already had this passion for fitness and things like that. So my limited belief was that just regular people would want to do this business. So I initially thought, and I started going for fitness professionals just because it made sense, but that's not what it was. And so I kept hearing over and over and over again that I needed to build a team, but I was getting stuck with how to do that. And so listening to the calls, talking about getting people to events. I began to get people to events in August. That was my biggest month. On a call, Theo mentioned something about recruiting. He was talking about how he gets people to events. He mentioned it as product training. And so that stuck with me. So that's what I told my clients. I said, listen, you should come to SES. You can hear about the additional products. You're already on your journey, so why not come hear about some more things that can help you get better results. Also in that month, I was also being pinned as supervisor, so I also invited them to come and celebrate me in that. So in August, I had about 7 people came to STS. 7 people came. And so I was sitting in VIP, and as STS was going on, they were fired up. They were texting me, I want in, let me in, I'm doing this. So I was telling my sponsor, I was telling Mary, like showing her the text messages, like, look at this. They're really like enjoying this. And I was like, wow. So that for me was like confirmation of everything I've heard. I've heard it, but I didn't realize that I didn't believe in it because I wasn't doing anything about it. So once I got people there, the event, as they always said, did the work. And so September was my biggest recruiting month. I had 4 distributors in September. I just got one recently, but I got 4 distributors. They came from my client base, people that were preferred members. That was another thing, getting people to become preferred members. They are loving their journey. They're buying all the time. And so they became distributors. So for me, as far as what I say to people in order to get them to join me in the business, I pretty much share with them my story. I tell them to share their story, because what's happening is as they're getting results, people are hitting them up and asking them what they're doing. And naturally they want to pass them over to me, but I tell them they didn't connect with me. They connected with you. So instead of giving them to me, I don't want them. You tell them what you did. You walk them through it the same way I did with you. And that's how you can start and then get that money as opposed to passing them to me. So that's one thing that I tell, especially ones that are already clients. And also I found for people, whether they're clients or not already on products, some people have a problem seeing the vision of what Herbalife can do for them and how it can fit into their already busy lifestyle or their busy lives. So sometimes like I can see it for them when they don't see it. So I can tell them how Herbalife can be mixed into what they currently do. And sometimes that helps people with they might want to do it, but think that they can't. And so I give people a small vision of what I can see and how it helped me and what it can do for them. So that's what I do. How I invite people to STS, I just said, like I tell my clients, it's additional product training. For people that aren't clients or aren't on a program, I just tell them to come check out the company. They can hear everything and get all their questions answered by coming out to the events. I talked about how many people I had at STS. That was really eye-opening for me. I've been plugging since September for November's STS to get people out, because I see now, I believe now that it's important and how major that was for me. So my goal is to get 10 or more people to STS November 18th. So I believe those are all my questions. But if I had to give a like key points, one key point was to not to limit your target when it comes to offering people a business. Just believing that just regular old people want this opportunity, need the opportunity, and can do the business. And it's your responsibility to show them how they can do it. So that's one point. And, you know, just like I said, the call talking about belief, I wrote it down. If you don't believe in what you do, they won't either. So right when Reggie said it, I was like, that's exactly what I wrote down, because I didn't realize that it was that I didn't believe it. That's what it was. I didn't believe that regular people would want this opportunity, because I was already into my own personal fitness journey. So that's why it kind of resonated with me. But somebody might just want money, or they might need to be healthy and they just didn't think about it until they see you. So that is all that I have.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Yo, hey,
I'm ready.
Tasha.
I have a product result.
Go ahead.
I took a Relax Now right before this call. Oh man, that Relax Now is amazing, guys. Y'all need to get that.
Relax Now.
It is.
Shoot a piggyback off that. I've been using Relax Now before I go to bed.
Really?
Been sleeping like a baby.
Bring her back. We got questions.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions before?
Man, I got like 5 questions, bro. I'm not gonna ask all 5. I heard somebody else say something before me. I think it was Trey.
I'm nervous.
I was until I Relax Now.
All right, cool. I ask. Hey girl. I got a couple of questions. The first one I'm gonna ask, how do you keep track of your clients?
I have this journal, and I keep them written down. I also have them typed up, but I just try to have a couple of ways to keep them, because I have about 43 clients.
Okay.
And I was not tracking them before, and then I sat with my sponsor and watched what she had. And she had this planner, and it's been a lifesaver. So I don't know if it'll work for somebody else, but it's been working for me to just keep writing it in. And yes, Mary. And as I switch them over, they move from client to preferred. I just move them to the different columns.
So you went and sat with your upline.
All the time.
Okay, cool. The second question, so when you, well, hold on, is this a question? I'm gonna let somebody else ask. I'm gonna rephrase this question. I know somebody else had unmuted themselves earlier.
Can I go?
Okay, go ahead, Rohit. Ladies first.
Thank you, Melaquan. Great share, Tasha. Wow, I didn't know. We never really had a conversation. I see you all the time. Question for you. Can you share some follow-up tips? And also, I'm not sure what your why is and what keeps you going.
Okay, follow-up tips. And I'm going to be honest. Up until Theo posted the follow-up schedule, I was not following the follow-up schedule. I'm probably guilty of doing too much, maybe. I'm very vested in my clients, so I'm checking up with them, you know, the first day that they sign up, and then we built such a good relationship with most of them, are family, some of them are friends, but we tend to talk often, and I might check on them every couple of days, but they're always in my head. But as I got more clients, I realized that was getting hard to do. So that's when I started with the journal and writing my clients down. So then I would just make sure I went through the journal and check off, you know, everybody that I talked to. But again, that gets to be a lot when you have a lot of people trying to talk to them every day. So when Theo posted it and talked about the follow-up schedule, it was a call, I believe, or he did a live. I did copy the follow-up schedule, and I now have people on my calendar according to the follow-up schedule. But I just suggest building a relationship with your clients, because I am very vested in their results and their success. So I like to talk to them and make sure they're good, encouraging them. A lot of people need accountability, and that's what I like to be for them. So I follow up with them however they need me to. As far as my why is I like to inspire people. I know for me, I had a lot of low self-esteem and weight. I didn't feel like I could kick it. I didn't feel like I could do it. And so I know a lot of people struggle with weight, so I can relate to that. So for me, I would like to, you know, empower people to let them know, like, you can do anything you put your mind to. So I do this business. It's great money, But for me, it's rewarding when people are excited about their results and they see that they can do something they thought was impossible.
Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tasha. You actually answered my question. Thank you, Rohi. I was going to ask you, like, what's your energy like? But hearing you talk to Rohi, I can hear the space that you're coming from. It's the inspiration and knowing what you, the low self-esteem that you used to have, but now helping people get over that. So thank you. You answered my question as well.
You're welcome.
Hey, Tasha.
Yes.
All right. So you said you have 43 clients right now?
Yes.
And you got, how many distributors do you have right now?
7.
7 distributors, and you got 4 last month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, did these 4 distributors from last month, did they follow the DAP program? Did they become clients last month or the month before and then become a distributor this month or last month?
They were all clients,
Okay.
and 2 had just become preferred members the month before.
Perfect.
And then they came over to be distributors. 2 of them came from Belly Shred Challenge. They joined for the Belly Shred. They just wanted abs.
That's dope.
And then they decided they wanted to make some money. So, and then of course, my son, he's in there. That was my other one. So
yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, that was my question, because it seemed like your client, like you're following the DAP program.
mm-hmm.
You get more clients in a month, it gets you more distributors. All right. Thank you, Tasha.
You're welcome.
Let's go.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Tasha.
Oh, hi.
This is Rose. Is that relaxed now like wine?
Ooh, listen. Randy said I was making him nervous. I was bouncing all around this nutrition club. I was everywhere. But that Relax Now helped calm me. When he started talking, I sat there and I was just like, I put my leg up on the chair and everything. I was cool. I was like, yes, Relax Now came through.
Awesome. You are firing me up. And I just wanted to ask you, for recruiting, do you recruit people that haven't tried the product yet? And if so, how do you do that?
Yes, I no longer have no boundaries when it comes to people. I reach out. I do look for, some kind of, I try not to look for people who have weight issues. I look for everyone because we're not a weight loss company. So I look for everyone. But people that are not on the products, a lot of people have not heard of Herbalife or have and just haven't tried it. But I always ask them, do they have any goals? And most people do. And we talk about that from there. But yes, I've spoken to a lot of people who haven't been on the products.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man, Tasha, you about to take it whole call, Tasha? Let's go. The people want to know. Let's go, man. Tasha out here dropping bombs. Let's get it. So you about to smash World Team this month?
Yes.
And she declared, actually, what did you declare by JKO?
Active World Team.
Active World Team by JKO. Y'all heard it here first. Let's go. Let's go. So with that, we're going to follow that up with the other top recruiter in the organization from last month. This guy has been in the business for, I believe, over 2 years. Head nod, right? 2 years, some crazy results, amazing leader, consistently working on himself. And one thing that I could say that I've learned from him is, being flexible in your approach of leadership, because he does the business like totally different from me and he's successful. So he just shows that there's different ways of being successful at this business, helping a lot of people, leading from the front, getting results, man. So super proud of this guy. And I know him from before Herbalife, you know what I'm saying? So it shows you your closest friends, the people in your circle, you want to bring them with you into this business, right? Because we talk so much about the things that we want to do, with our friends as far as travel and goals and stuff that we have. So why not, now that we have this opportunity, have them join you in what you're doing? So without further ado, let's give it up for Active World Team member on his way to Global Expansion Team, Karan Crooks. Let's get it. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, what's going on, family? Pardon the music in the background. I'm actually at Takeover Fitness in Fort Lauderdale right now, Wale's gym. We got a class going on right now, so we got some music playing in the background. So I apologize for any noise you hear in the background, but making it happen no matter what. I'm super excited to be sharing some nuggets for you guys for what's been working for me. Very, very humbled to follow up Queen Tasha, doing amazing things in such a short period of time. I'm learning different things from her every single day. So salute to you, Queen. To get started, once again, I've been in this business for a little bit over 2.5 years now. Started just because I was looking to get healthy. I was looking for some results. Reggie, just like you said, we've been friends for a very long time now. Before Herbalife, we've been known to, we had a lot of good time. We had a lot of fun. So, but Reggie, he kind of distanced himself from that lifestyle. And I thought it was just because he was in school and he was under a lot of pressure during that time. So he distanced himself from the hangout, you know what I'm saying, to being out with the Qs and whatnot. And I realized that I thought it was just because he was doing school. So I'm like, all right, cool, man, you about to get this degree. After you get this degree, we're going to be out. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be doing everything that we've been doing. Yeah, but he got his degree and he never came back. So I was like, man, you can start doing this Herbalife stuff. And like, I honestly felt like some type of way about Herbalife. I'm like, man, Herbalife stole my board, my hangout partner. So I had a lot of animosity for Herbalife because of that. And like, I was just using my own products, using GNC products, just working out like 5 days a week, not getting any results, but super, I guess the word is arrogant, honestly. Reggie tried to introduce me to the products. I told him no. I told him I would try eventually. Year passed, never tried it. 1.5 years passed. I finally decided to get started because my health was deteriorating. I was actually suffering from borderline high cholesterol at the age of 27. And Reggie's results just kept on getting more and more disrespectful. So I'm like, you know what, let me support my friend and get on these products. So got on the products, already had a background with network marketing. I always had an entrepreneurial type of spirit. So I did some other network marketing type of businesses. And I looked at Herbalife as a possibility. But I decided to try the products first just because I wanted to get back into shape. Used the product for 1 month, lost 10 pounds in the first month, fell in love with the process, fell in love with the products, pumpkin spice. Reggie knew what he was doing. It was my first shape, fell in love with pumpkin spice, duplication, got married on that pumpkin spice, active royal team on her way to get team. So we just duplicate all the way down this organization. So a month in the business, I decided, a month on the products, I decided to get in the business. First month, I made a little over $300 part-time. And I just fell in love with the products. I fell in love with the process and started helping out my friends and my family. Overall, I've dropped 20 pounds of fat, put on 25 pounds of healthy lean weight. I'm literally in the best shape of my life. And my cholesterol levels are back within the normal range. Shout out to the Herbalife line. Shout out to the whole Heart Health line, guys. Listen, if y'all not using the Heart Health products, you guys are doing yourself a disservice. We all have hearts. Take care of your heart. All right? So yeah, man, it's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing process. Just started basically sharing the business opportunity with friends and families. Started using the products. Started just sharing it with everybody. And the team started to grow crazy. Didn't want to do it by myself, so I started bringing people with me. Last month, I made a little over $2,000 part time, and we're just rolling. Active Royal Team on our way to the cuts. Global expansion team. We're actually on pace right now to enter our first cut this month. So. We're going to go ahead and make that happen and smash that cut. So, all right, so that was my story, my income story. So this recruiting, guys, man, like, if it's something that I've gotten passionate about lately, man, this whole recruiting thing, because you really don't want to do this business by yourself. So how I recruit is I utilize social media heavy, guys. Like, anybody that follows me, anybody that likes a picture, they get a message from me. I set aside the time every single day to go through my life, go through my followers, my new followers, staying consistent with my posting. And I'm always reaching out to people. I'm asking them, hey, thank you for supporting my posts. Do you know anyone that's looking to get fit or healthier this fall? And, most of the time people might respond, yeah, I'm interested. And I'll get off of line and I'll get them on the phone for a wellness evaluation. But most of the time, most of the responses I get are people saying that they're not really interested, or if they know anyone, they'll pass it off to me. So when I get one of those responses, I immediately go to their page and I see what they do. Like if they're into fitness, I'll send them like, hey, are you a personal trainer? 9 times out of 10, I know for a fact they're not a personal trainer, but if you ask somebody if they're a personal trainer, I guess it's like a compliment or something like that. So it kind of opens up the line of communication, opens up for more conversation. So they're like, oh, no, I'm not a personal trainer. And then I'll ask straight up, I'm like, hey, well, I'm actively recruiting people on my team that are looking to get fit and healthy and also looking to help other people do the exact same thing and make either part of my full-time income. Do you keep your options open when it comes to making additional income? And if they say yes, most of the time they say yes, I get them off the phone, and I get them on the phone, and I'll do my first exposure, okay? My first exposure is usually just me sharing my story, sharing what Herbalife has done for me results-wise, sharing the income that's done for me, and just basically casting that vision of what I'm looking for and basically letting them know, hey, I mean, I'm going places. You can join me on this journey or you can watch me. And then most of the time, if they don't get on right away, I send them to my next exposure, which is usually me sending them an HOM video. Or like I said, Herbalife has provided us an amazing online HOM. It's about a 15-minute long clip. If you guys need to utilize all the tools that Herbalife has provided for us, guys. Herbalife has amazing tools that you need to maximize. Okay, if you're not maximizing the tools, you're doing yourself a disservice. So I'm always maximizing that HOM, and it's like a funnel for me. I look at it as a funnel. Okay, if my first exposure, which is me usually talking to somebody on the phone, telling them my story. If they're not interested to get on products or get started in the business, then I'll send them something else depending on what it is that they want. If they want results, I'll invite them to Fit Camp if they're local. If they're looking for more information in terms of how the business works, I'll send them an HOM. And then I'll basically just follow up with them a week later or so, or right away. Okay? So, I mean, I had 4 new distributors last month, and they all came in the business differently. Okay? Like Dion, who's one of my newest distributors, he's going to be senior consultant by the end of this month. I mean, by the end of this week, probably. I think he's almost there. I found him on social media. He followed me. Just like I said, I sent him a message. He was actually a personal trainer, so I sent him a message like, hey, you're a personal trainer? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, do you offer your clients nutrition? He was like, no, it's always something I wanted to look into. Got him on the phone, invited him down to Fit Nation. He saw the Fit Camp. He didn't get on products yet. Okay, cool. Next exposure, invite him to STS. Like, hey, I mean, if you're interested in learning more about the business, you should come to this business opportunity meeting that we have every single month. So I tell them straight up. I don't sugarcoat. I'm telling them exactly what it is because that's what I want. I want business builders. So I'm telling them, hey, it's a business meeting. Okay, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm like, listen, like this is a business opportunity. Be here for this business meeting if you want to learn about the opportunity. So he came to business. He came to HOM. Stayed the whole entire time. Loved it. Loved the energy. Loved the community. Left HOM. Left STS. Got on products. He wasn't ready to do the business. You know what I'm saying? So he got on products. Meet people where they're at. They're not ready for the new business, but they want to get on products. He started full retail. As soon as he left HOM, he went on my Go Herbalife and ordered some products. Got on products, used the products for 2 weeks, became a distributor. Okay? He knew exactly what he wanted. He didn't have to become a preferred member. He wanted to become a distributor. So got him on products, he became a distributor. Tasha, she's another personal trainer that I'm just tracking all these personal trainers. But she's another personal trainer that decided to join my team, and she started on the products first because she reached the plateau. She wanted to get results, so she started on the products. She got the silver plan, came to Fit Camp. Basically, was at Fit Camp every single time we get to Fit Camp. She loved the community. She came to Fit Camp. She became a preferred member for 2 weeks, and then after that, she became a distributor. So she went down the conventional funnel. You know what I'm saying? Client, preferred member, distributor, and that's great. I mean, but most of the time, sometimes you get people however you're going to get them. I mean, most of the time, I don't get them that go through the funnel so picturesquely like that, but that's okay. Chris, he's online right now. He wanted to use the products, but he also knew he wanted to do the business, okay? So he knew he wanted to work on his results. So we just started him out as a distributor because he wanted results, but he wanted to make money at the same time. So we didn't have to start him out to be, okay, well, you know what? Typically, how I would do it in the past, like, all right, well, you got to get on these products first, and maybe after a month or 2, we can talk about you becoming a distributor. Nah, he wants results, and he wants to make money. That's all we do right now anyway. We're still all working on our results. We're still all making money. We're not waiting until we got our results so we can start helping people. So he became a distributor. He got his products. He's using his products. He's working on his results, and he's also making money by reaching out and helping other people. Okay. And then I have another guy that's out in Alabama. He came to me straight for the business opportunity. He's also on he's on products himself, but we started him out as a distributor as well. So don't limit yourself in terms of how you think this should look. Like, don't think that you have to start people out getting results first. If they want money, show them how to make money right away. Okay. My next question: how do I invite people to? Am I recruiting for my client base or people not already on the products? I kind of touched on that a little bit. So I recruit from both. I recruit from both. I recruit from people that are using the products, my clients, and people that just want to make money. I just meet them where they're at. And one thing I would say that you guys really need to master the presentations. Okay, we're all CEOs of our own business, so make sure that you guys are studying and you are mastering all the presentations. 3 main presentations that we do is HOM, the wellness evaluation, and the income presentation. Master these 3 presentations, okay? You guys really need to work on that. And that's the one thing that I was really focused on learning how to do is master the HOM and master the business presentation so I can adequately and competently communicate what this opportunity can do for somebody that I meet off the street, online, wherever. So how do I invite people to STS? I touched on that a little bit as well. I tell them straight up, I mean, listen, I like what Ryan Baker said. Is he 15K or 20K? I can't remember. But President's Team Ryan Baker, the way he invites us, he tells people, like, who wants to get ripped and make money? And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about getting ripped and making money. So I tell people straight up, I'm like, hey, you want to learn how to get ripped and make money? Come with me to this business opportunity presentation that we do every single month. And I'll let them know exactly what it is. I let them know because that's who I want. I want people that are business focused. So I'm telling them it's a business opportunity meeting. Okay? If you want people that are really product centric, then yeah, you can tell them, like, okay, cool, come learn about the products. But me personally, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way anybody else does it either. But I just tell people, because I'm looking for business builders. So I tell people straight up, this is a business opportunity meeting. If you're my client, you're using the products, okay, great. Come learn about the products as well, but you're going to learn about the business because that's what I want. I want people to do this business with me. So last month, Frontline, I had 3 Frontline guests, and overall as a team, we had 15. So that's very, very, very close to the gauge for a global expansion team, which is 20. So we got to get 5 more as a group, which is no problem. We're already going to be doing that. So it's super, super important to be invited to these events. We have so much time until November STS, so you guys should at least have 10 people. If you're inviting every single day to STS, you should. Everybody on this call should have at least 10 people. There's way too much time to not have your clients and your potential business builders at this business opportunity with you. So what's the next question?
Was that 3 new guests or those 3 frontline?
I had 2 new guests, and no, I had 1 new guest and two distributors.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I hit all the questions. Just some key points. So maximize the tools. Maximize the tools that Herbalife provides for us. I was actually talking about this in our focus group. Every time Herbalife drops a product, they always send out these amazing social media flyers that we need to utilize. Like I utilize those flyers to the death. And I got a couple sales just off of utilizing social media flyers because when we put out a new product, Herbalife wants us to promote it. So they make it easy for us. We don't have to create the flyers for ourselves. They send it to us. And all we have to do is post it. Like this business, this company is amazing. It's making money for us. Okay, so maximize all the tools that Herbalife provides for us, the HOMs, the wellness evaluations, and income presentations. And also we have some amazing tools as a family on this team that you really need to utilize. Like make sure that you guys are repeatedly watching the wellness evaluation video that Reggie created. Man, like I watched that a couple times again this week, and I honestly hadn't watched it since he created it. But like watching that over, like it really honed my skills in terms of like, man, why was I doing this differently? Like this is so simple. These are the 5 questions that you ask people, and just stick to the 5 questions. It's so simple. So utilize those videos. Rewatch the 3 Distributor Basics Academy videos. Again, I don't care if you're new, I don't care if you're seasoned. Watch those videos, okay? We all have a time every single day for our best day ever as distributors that we should be dedicating to business development. So make sure you're watching those videos, I would say like at least once a week or so, just so you're honing that skill and sharpening that muscle. So massive action. Yeah. Massive action. When I say massive action, I mean you guys need to be putting out massive numbers. If you guys want new clients, new distributors, the law of averages is always going to be in your favor if you're putting out a lot of numbers, okay? So if you want, like, just like Marquis says, 10 people about the business, 10 people about the products, okay? Honestly, you should be doing 20. Depending on what your goals are, it probably should be around 20. I'm just going to be honest with you. Every single day, you should be at least talking about 20 people about the business, 20 people about the opportunity. About the products. The closer you are hitting that gauge, the better you are. You're going to give yourself more of a chance of getting those diamonds. And that's just the way it is. You're going to basically, what's the saying? It's make up in numbers for what you lack in skill. Okay, so if you're not strong at wellness evaluations, make up in numbers what you lack in skill. And guess what? You're going to eventually get better at it because you're doing it so many times that there's no way you're not going to get better at it. So, write that down. Make up in numbers what you lack in skill, guys, okay? That's key. Follow up with people that you speak to. And I'm just talking about the business right now. Obviously, we know we got to follow up with our clients, but I think a lot of people forget about following up with people that you've spoken to about the business. Like, I'm out here in Florida, and I talked to a guy like a month ago about the business opportunity, and he's in Orlando, and he sent me like a random text last night, like, hey, man, I'm ready. And I had been maybe sending him a quick little text every like week or so. I put it in my phone instead of reminding my phone, hey, Siri, remind me to follow up with XYZ in a week. Hit him up like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Not even really talking about Herbalife, but all right, cool. Like, if the conversation doesn't come up, all right, cool. Siri, remind me to hit XYZ up in 1 week. So you're staying in constant communication with people that you feel like will be an asset to your business, okay? So follow up with your business conversation, folks, and also remember that it's going to take multiple exposures, okay? Even when we're closing clients, it takes like 5 different exposures sometimes to get people on the products. It's the same thing with the business. We have so many different exposures that we can take people through. Conversations, 3-ways, HOM, Fit Camp, products. It's like, I'll run out of fingers, okay? Like, there's so many different tools that we can use to utilize to continue to expose people to these products and to this business opportunity. So understand that just because you didn't get somebody on that one exposure, think, all right, well, you know, what's the next thing I can do to get this person exposed to the products or to the business opportunity? Who can I send this person to talk to? Like, I know Reggie always talks about how it didn't take, it took him getting on the phone with Garen for him to finally consider doing this business, because he wasn't listening to Billy. Billy was one of his exposures, but Billy had to get him on the phone with Garen, which was another exposure to this business, to actually be like, all right, you know what, let me do this. So think about this, okay? Think about how many exposures that it's going to take, and understand that sometimes, like, if you have to expose someone to Herbalife for like 8 or 9 different times for them to finally get on the products and get in the business, it turned out to be Garen Jones, wouldn't it be worth it? Right? So think about that. And I already talked about mastering the presentations, and that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys got some nuggets. And yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. First cut get team this month. Let's go. Let's go. Before we wrap up, does anybody have any questions for Karan? Yo.
Was it good, Karan? Hope you're enjoying the city. Get team member down at the carnival getting clients on the while they sitting there shaking it in their bikinis or whatever the costume called. Anyways, question was, how did you master HOM? How'd you master once evaluations, and how'd you master the NAGA presentation?
Repetition. Master what you lack in skill in numbers. Repetition. Because I was not good from the beginning, obviously, but the more I kept on doing it, the easier it got, and it just became natural. Like, it's like drinking water. Like, I could spit my story and my income and what Herbalife has done for me like nothing. So the only way you can get better at anything is by working out that muscle. Just like with your results, just like with your physical body, how you get stronger is through massive repetition, doing the same thing over and over and over again. So that's the best way I can give that's the best tip I can give anybody. If they want to get better at it, study it, but not only study it, do it, practice it multiple times.
Cool, thank you. And where did you learn it at?
Which one in particular?
Each one.
Mastering the tools.
No. I mean, like, where did you learn the HOM from? Where did you learn the wellness evaluation? And where did you learn the NAC presentation from? That way you can then do it more and more.
My sponsor.
Okay.
Just learning, watching him do it repeatedly. And then also, me personally, I learned through practice. So I remember with the wellness evaluation, like this goes back to like the first year in the business when we used to have our Saturday schools before we had Fit Nation, and we used to be in that random rec center where we got rained out, had to sit outside a couple times. Like I remember the first time I saw a wellness evaluation done that I actually recorded. Presidency member Sharif Taiwo did wellness evaluation. I think he did it on you actually, Theo. I'm not sure if you remember, but I actually recorded that video, and I wanted to get better at it. I recorded that video. It was about 15 minutes long, and I actually watched that video when I was at home. I listened to it while I was driving. I used to put my headphones in and just listen to how he spoke and how he worded things, and I got better at it that way. I've made it I've made it a lot simpler now by just kind of implementing some things that I've heard from Reggie, but also just hanging around Reggie as well and listening to how he does his wellness evaluations. And it helps me to kind of pick up on things that I wouldn't pick up on if I was doing it by myself. So another tip is if you want to get better at something, spend some more time with your sponsor and like honestly listen to what he does and watch what he does and ask questions and let him do the exact same thing to you. Have him listen to you and tell you, because there'll be a lot of times where like Reggie's like, bro, you don't gotta say that. I know you can attest to that, Theo.
You can.
Times where you don't gotta say, or you should say this, or same thing with him. Like sometimes when he's on the phone, I'll tell him like, well, you could have said this, or you could have pushed this person a little bit harder this way. So I'm spending some more time I think Tasha said this as well. Spend more time with the people that you want to be more like, and if you want to emulate their type of success, just spend some time with them. That's it.
I have a question.
Karan.
Do you follow the client flow and the new distributor flow to the T, or do you vary from that? And my second question is, how do you stay organized? So throughout the week.
The client flow in terms of like inviting, and is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the emails that we have as far as, okay, this is what you do when you're getting the client, A, B, C, D. This is what you do when you get a distributor, A, B, C, D. Yeah,
I do, because it just keeps everything simple. We're actually working on creating a process right now, some of the leadership on the organization that's going to more streamline it even better and put it all in one place. But I definitely like to empower my people from the start. So Reggie's created an amazing tool that just makes it very, very simple for us and also for new distributors. So we can pretty much give them something where they can be independent from the start. So I definitely follow that as close as possible in terms, the first few things is pretty self-explanatory, getting them to take the training, getting them to create their Go Herbalife, and then getting them in action is probably the most important thing. And I'll make sure that the first video I always send my folks is the wellness evaluation video, because I want them to become independent as soon as possible. And it's so simple, just 5 questions that you need to ask. And once they become independent, then they become a lot more confident and powerful, where they can get out there and get in action. They don't really just need the sponsor all the time. So to answer your questions, yes. What was the second part of your question? I'm sorry.
How do you stay organized?
How do I stay organized? Man, organization is something that I struggled with, and I still struggle with now. But I had to do things that worked for me. Like for me, the follow-up schedule didn't work for me. Like I tried so many different times, it just didn't work. So me personally, I just picked 2 days to follow with my clients, which is Tuesdays and Fridays. Those are the days I follow up with my clients. But also, I have an amazing client retention tool that I actually I actually got the idea from you, Mary, doing the Telegram with my clients. And it started really, really slow, but staying consistent and just plugging my clients in there. It created a culture, and it created a family where they're posting their meals and shakes and environment, and they're like supporting each other in ways where like I don't need to be in there. Like I was down here in Fort Lauderdale, I wasn't really plugging into it as often, but every single day somebody in my client group was posting in there and keeping each other accountable. So so sometimes I don't have to follow up with them because they're already kind of holding each other accountable, which it makes my life a lot easier. So find a retention tool that's going to work for you guys. It could be Facebook, it could be Telegram, whatever works for you guys, but you guys got to utilize something to enable you to continue to help your clients get results, but also make it a little bit less stressful on yourself. Rohi, you got a question?
Oh yeah, Rohi.
No? Okay.
I'm sorry. I have to get on a 1 o'clock call for work. I gotta go.
No problem.
Let's get it. Thank you, Karan. Let's go. Dropping major nuggets on here. Major shout out to Tasha and Karan for killing the panel today. Really just shows, like I said, guys, success leaves clues. So definitely, as you guys, have your notes, make sure to apply what you've learned. Take a thing or two and just apply it. And, I just want to give some things to wrap up. So I had 4 new distributors last month as well, which is the most I've had in a while. Like 2 months before that combined, I had just 2 distributors. So I noticed that for me personally, what was the difference is talking about money every day. So I'm not just reaching out to people and talking about products every day, but I noticed that just getting back to talking to people about money just as much as I'm talking about products, and that simple difference has made a difference in, my business personally. Talking to my clients, and that's something I want you guys to highlight, is talk to your clients about money. Write that down, because I always tell the story. The first 2 distributors that I had before my actual sponsor never told me about the opportunity to make money. So they missed out on a frontline millionaire team member that will be a President's team member.
Hey.
Just because they didn't share the opportunity to make money. You don't want that to be a story that someone can tell about you. Yeah, Kelly was my coach, but I ain't know about the money. So, I ended up getting with whoop, whoop, whoop. And now I'm mill team. You don't want that to be you. So talk to your clients about the money. Regardless if they say yes or no, at least you put it out there, right? And then knowing, it's simple, but something I notice a lot with the team, know how much you make and share it. Because I talked to some people and I'm like, well, how much did you make last month? And they're like, honestly, I don't even know. And I'm like, all right, so if you had somebody that was interested in the business and you told them that, they ain't going to join your team. So know how much you're making and share that with the people around you. So as an action step, guys, go through your phone and create a list of 10 people that you want to recruit, you want to join you in your team, of making money. What up, Wale? My dog, let's go. The OG, the Dandada. 10 people that you want to join you in this mission of making a healthier, happier world. 10 people that you want to make money with you. I actually did this after an event. I believe it was Enrique Carrillo. He said something, and something told me to go through my phone. I literally went through my whole phone, and out of the list that I made, Rohi was actually the top person on my list. And I called her when we got back, and I told her, I want you to be on my team. And she joined. She got back on the products because she was on and off, but she got back on the products, became a distributor after going to STS, loved it. And now she just hit her first cut of Active Soup last month, on the way to second cut this month on the Word of World team, right? So, reach out to 10 people, make that list and reach out to them. So to wrap up, guys, LDW this month, we're in October. Get your tickets if you don't have them already. Make sure to make your accommodations, and let's get to the event. I heard it one time, and I'll never forget it. They said if you miss STS, you set back your business 3 months. And if you miss the LDW, you set your business back 6 months. So imagine the pin that you about to hit, the goal that you about to get, the money that you about to make, the people that you about to help out, and the time, extra time that you about to have, and setting it back 6 months because you missed LDW. You don't want that to happen. Get your tickets, do what you got to do to get there, get with your sponsor to put a plan in place so you can get there, get all the nuggets, meet all the people, get the inspiration and the information. So with that, that's our call for this week. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Peace out.